Welcome back and thanks for still being there. Next is a look at a special day in the life of two young Nigerians. Who are these two young Nigerians? Well, let's find out in this report.
During the week, the House of Representatives honored two young Nigerians and invited them to be part of a plenary session. One of them, Mr. Abdulsalam Kamaldeen, a former street beggar who had sponsored himself through school to become a lawyer, and the other, Miss Ariola Blessing of Obafemi Awolowo University, OAU, for attaining exceptional record in her academic pursuit. This was a result of a motion sponsored by the House Majority Leader, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila.
The House notes that the 8th House of Representatives has demonstrated its commitment to reward excellence and encourage citizens who have elevated the ideals of the Nigerian society and various challenges confronting the country. The House also notes that the essence of nation-building contributions of the House is to invest resources into the meaningful activities that will help secure the future of our country and encourage attitudinal change to inspire the Nigerian youth.
Other members also rose with commendations.
Now there seems to be a cloud hanging over our country, where our young ones seem to be leaving Nigeria because of despair and despondency to travel abroad. But here we are, with a good example of some young Nigerians who, in spite of the environment in the country, have challenged themselves to rise up to their God-given potentials. Mr. Speaker, today is is a good day for Nigeria.
I'm standing and I've risen to bow to your intellect because it is no mean feat. For anybody that has passed through the school system, you will know what it means to come out with such feats by two young Nigerians like this.
The two young persons that we are celebrating and honoring today have been properly charged. It reminds for me to say that although you have shattered the glass ceiling in your various endeavors, you still have to do more through dedication and discipline. I believe that you'll be able to bring this gift out for the benefit of humanity. So it is my prayer that this singular honor by the House of Representatives today, on behalf of the National Assembly, will spur you to even greater attainments in life.
The Speaker then walked over to meet the young pair. The House also resolved to establish by law a parliamentary honors and award system for recognition of extraordinary achievements by Nigerians.
Our next report looks at other decisions the lawmakers considered this week. The House of Representatives is accusing the Nigerian police force of attempting to blackmail the legislature by insinuating that the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Yakubu Dogara, has ties with the End SARS campaigner, Segun Awosonya. The spokesman for the House denied these insinuations and stated that the campaigner had met with the Speaker when he came to submit a petition against the police. According to the lawmaker, even though the House is investigating the petition, the directive by the Inspector General of Police for the reorganization of that special arm of the police is commendable.
The attention of the House of Representatives and that of Right Honorable Speaker Yakubu Dogara has been drawn to stories in the media credited to the police spokesman, Jimo Moshood, insinuating that the NSAS lead campaigner, Mr. Segun Awosonya, has ties with politicians, and even displaying a photograph in which he said Awosonya appears with the Honorable Speaker. Although the first PRO denied accusing the Speaker of sponsoring Mr. Awosonya and other campaigners, we wish, for the sake of clarity, to address the mischief inherent in this sinister action by Moshood and the police to make the Right Honorable Speaker and the House of Representatives subject of controversy and to divert public attention from the apparently sordid and weighty allegations against the police. The IGP's directive for immediate reorganization of SARS is a confirmation that all is not well with the activities of the embattled squad. This notwithstanding, the House commends the maturity and introspection of the IGP through his directive for immediate reorganization of SARS, which is an indication that all may not be well with the activities of the embattled squad after all.
Meanwhile, the Senate Committee on Information and National Orientation held a public hearing on a bill to amend the National Orientation Act. The amendment is to establish the Global Initiative for Harmony Corps in Nigeria.
These vices constitute social challenges that have retrogressive effects and implications on the socio-economic life and security of the nation. The key players in most of these vices are the youth, and their involvement from available research is deeply rooted in the prevailing level of unemployment in the country. There is therefore the imperative need for us as distinguished senators and stakeholders to consider these challenges and look in the direction of the bill to amend the National Orientation Act and to set up the Global Initiative for Harmony in Nigeria as a necessary step to empower, develop, and provide alternative employment for the youth, to facilitate peace and harmony and community services as a part of nation building. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, we observe that the National Orientation Agency has endorsed the activities of the Corps and has been providing supervisory role. I believe this Corps is more or less a voluntary organization that seeks to create orderliness in our society. It is in the light of the above that I enjoy all of you participating in this public hearing to make your submissions and contributions to this bill with clarity of thought.
During the week, the House Committee on Agricultural Colleges and Institutions met with the Minister of Agriculture and labor unions in research institutes and federal colleges of agriculture in the country. It was in a bid to resolve several industrial issues that have been lingering since 2010.
I think if the Ministry of Agri and Labor take a memo to Council now, we're more likely to get sympathy because Agri is a fairly cherished bride on the Nigerian economic scene, and I think Mr. President will listen to us. He may not have all the cash in finance to say, okay, take a check to them, but I assure you we'll make a strong point. We cannot have a situation where we have commitments we owe, we just have to find a way to pay. If we don't have all of it at once, we can let you know so much can be done now and the rest will follow. But we will make every effort because research has to resume very seriously. Otherwise, the crisis ahead can still overwhelm us.
To build on the position of the minister by trying to draw up a timetable as to how these matters can be speedily resolved. For me, I think that's the key issue now. The minister has said that he will liaise with the appropriate MDAs, including the Ministry of Labour, Science and Tech, and all the rest of them. And I expect that because of the urgency of the matter and the fact that we have to take on board that we are also not interested in disrupting the system. We are forced into this. This country is our own. We are patriotic Nigerians. Nobody is more patriotic than us in the labor movement. We only go on strike when we are pushed to the wall. So, having heard the minister, nobody takes joy in closing down the institution because that retards our progress as a nation.
I thank you all, and Nigerians, I'm sure, must be happy with this. That while we expect that the leaders cannot sit down here and announce the end of the strike, but listening to all parties, we are confident that Nigerians are looking forward to a restart of activities in these research institutes and allied institutions.
You can let's have your thoughts on some of these issues on Facebook, Twitter, or send us a mail to the addresses on the screen. Let's have your perspective on the decisions being taken by your representatives. Well, that is the much we can take today. Thanks for being there. I'm Lanre Lasese. Take care.